start drawing, I'll let you know when people start showing up.
All right.
I'm gonna get Griffin in here because he's Griffin, come on. Hi, Julie E. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Janice. Hi, Byron. So today, my daughter is going to be drawing for you guys.
Yes. So, shiver and fear.
Shiver and fear.
I'm drawing a vaguely... I'll show it to you first. I'm just finishing the sketch. Is that good?
Yeah, I can see.
Cool.
It looks good.
He is a, like, fairy elf boy kind of thing. So, no urns.
No urns. Ooh, Kim says, hi, Emily.
Hello, Kim.
So what's your inspiration for this?
I found a picture I had drawn a while ago where there was another character who had like a straw hat kind of thing where they had one of those like woven hats that like, are all pointed and like a pyramidal cone-ish thing.
Okay.
And they had that and I'm like, oh cool. And so I drew a picture of them where that was a mushroom. I liked it so much I eventually made that into a tiny mushroom hat out of cardboard and fabric. I don't know what I was going to do with it after that. I threw it away eventually, but I had it for like 3 months. I found that picture, I drew of it again, liked it. I'm just drawing a random character vaguely inspired by the idea of a mushroom fairy thing that's also an alchemist though. So, nothing to do with the original drawing.
Okay.
Or character.
All right. Hi, Debbie. How are you?
Hello, Deborah.
I'm not sure she likes Deborah.
None of the Deborahs like it.
Well, no, your aunt.
Yeah.
She doesn't like Debbie. She wants Deborah.
Oh. You're right. I guess.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, I guess it has to be taken by some people. Or else no one would ever name their kid Deborah.
It was very popular once upon a time. It was.
No, I believe you.
Oh, okay.
That's why your sister is named that. But also, you know, your mom is like very old.
True enough.
She has too many fingers.
How is everyone doing today?
God, hands.
Anyone do anything fun or have some fun plans this weekend?
You know, he's gonna get clawed fingers today. Because I don't have the patience to make them look not scary. Actually, yes I do. That looked awful.
So Debbie said go with Debbie, please. She got stuck with Deborah in all her classes all the time, so.
Well, at least you went to school.
Yeah, hey, that's always a bright side. Ethal, is that how you pronounce that? E-T-H-A-L, that name?
Ethel?
Julie? Ethel? Ethel. Ethel?
Yeah, like ethanol.
Like ethanol. Oh, okay.
If that's wrong, I stand by what I said.
Ethyl.
Ethanol. Ethanol is cool, so. Those are big hands. There used to be a thing in elementary school where, like, they'd have you put your hand on your face and then they'd slap your hand into your face. But they'd say if your hand was bigger than your face, then you were an alien. So that's how I know these are too big.
Alright, then fix it.
But he is an alien.
Okay, then don't fix it.
Curses.
Oh, like Lucy and Ethel. Oh, yeah.
Who?
And I Love Lucy.
Oh yeah, that's how you spelled her name in that?
Oh.
So I guess it was Ethel.
Debbie wants to know what's wrong with aliens.
Well, probably a lot considering they keep showing up here. Like,
They're
what's
never
wrong with your
that
own?
good in the movies. What is
Autumn?
Kitty? Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Yeah, Griffin had his dinner and now he's like gotta, you know, be conked out for a minute. I'm gonna go get the cat.
Okay.
Stop.
Mm,
Okay.
the hands take a while. I don't know what's wrong with them. Yeah, these need to be eliminated.
Oh, Byron will take a look at that. He did an imitation of Verna Felton's The Trail of Queen of Hearts. So we'll have to look at that later.
Of what?
Queen of Hearts.
Who's Verna Felton?
She's one of the ones that did, I think she was in the Alice in Wonderland cartoon? Is she the one that did the voice for Queen of Hearts then? I could be wrong. Byron will have to tell us. They did bring Julie back.
How shredded does a man need to be in his forearms? I don't know.
Julie says the green aliens are much nicer than the grays.
I believe that. God, this arm is taking me out. This is why I did most of the sketch off screen. 'Cause
Yeah, but it's good for everybody to see that the challenge is real.
yeah. So does it need to go more like this and then like, would it still be round? If I go like this and have it be like, and then I can have the round part at the bottom and he's holding onto like a spout kind of thing.
Okay.
And the arm would be more like pushed inward. And that would, yeah, this isn't making any sense what I'm saying, is it?
Janice says it looks awesome.
Oh, yay! Thank you. I'm tired of that for a bit.
Of the hand? So
Yeah,
moving on.
this arm is making me mad. I'm moving
Okay.
on to the other hand, which will make me also mad.
You could always draw something else instead if you don't want to work on that.
You're right, you're right. You know what I could do? Remember do we have like a kneaded eraser over there that I could snatch? Because I don't think I brought mine with me.
Let me see if I can find you mine.
Let me check my pouch of many things.
Here's one. You can use mine.
Awesome, thank you. Behold, this is a kneaded eraser. It picks up, instead of a normal eraser where you use the friction going like this to take the bits of paper with you along with all of the lead. This just directly picks it up, which means that unless you're also getting some friction in there, it's a lot harder to get rid of everything. But if you're just doing things where you still need to see it, like going over all of your sketch so you can do line art, so you can still see the sketch underneath it, but like this, it just becomes a lot lighter, and then you can go in with a pen and then be able to like have less in your way, but be able to see what you're doing. This is a Micron pen. It is 03, but it will read 30 backwards to you because you are among space wenches. I don't know.
And it's upside down.
That too. Oh, is the pen upside down too?
It was, yeah. Okay. Debbie says, what happened to the cannibal who was late to the banquet?
I don't know.
What happened?
They ate his liver?
They ate his liver? I don't know.
Maybe she's just asking.
Could be. All he got was a cold shoulder.
Anyway, I'm going in on top of my sketch with the pen of greatness because I hate arms right now.
Okay.
Correction, I hate forearms and hands.
Okay.
Oh, that might be it. His forearms are too long.
Oh. Compared to that part, yeah.
This is technically like supposed to be foreshortened a bit, so it's like this where it would meet here, where it needs to be down here. But like even then, his forearm should stop around right here. I'll get back to that later.
Okay.
Hello, Nick. This is good.
Ew. Thank you, Nick. All right, keep going. Debbie says he looks really good.
Yay!
And she
Thank
loved your reaction to her joke.
Well, if it's a dad joke you want to show me, then I will laugh very hard.
Byron, I do think you can be a voiceover artist for Disney. You just have to try. I'm not sure what the steps are to do that, but I'm sure you can find someone that could help.
If you just want some experience with like doing voice acting adjacent things, there are places that will have what you can volunteer for to record audiobooks.
Oh, that's a good idea.
They'd be like really old books, and some of those books are also ones that would be like Disney books now. Like Alice in Wonderland is definitely old enough to be in public domain, and so you could read the original for an audiobook and then, you know, donate that.
That'd be good. That's a good idea.
It'd give you experience with trying to do some emotions and stuff. Not have them, but put them into voice acting.
Right.
I don't have much explanation for what I'm doing right now. A lot of people, I can still talk though, because I talk a lot, but a lot of people, try and keep this more in frame for you, when they are doing outlining and stuff, they'll say that you want to have very smooth lines with no sketchiness. I don't do that. I just kind of coalesce all of my little sketchy bits into one singular line that seems smooth. Makes it feel more like you actually drew something and less like you've printed an image, if that helps. I'd say it gives it character, but it also helps if you have shaky hands.
Shorter strokes.
I can't make a joke about that, can I?
No. Has anybody tried to do pastel art? Like chalk pastel, not oil pastel? Has anyone tried that before? Just curious.
I don't actually know what chalk pastel art is like.
We have some. Not the pencils, we have the actual, like...
No, I mean the art,
sticks.
the finished art
Oh.
people do. So, what I just did is I transitioned from things that are broader and easier to do, like the brim of the hat, which is only just a bunch of tiny lines making a big one, into the finer points of the face. I never start on the face because it's the easiest to screw up, and when you screw up the face, you no longer have one. And the other thing I did is I just fully shaded in this bit of the nose that is kind of hiding behind the rest of it. It's basically just one black blob, but it looks like it's in shadow, so it doesn't matter. It'll look better eventually. These Micron pens are now pretty expensive. It's like not a big thing, I think. Not like you don't need to have them to do art and be good at it, but I like them because they don't really smudge when you use alcohol markers and stuff, and they smudge less compared to other things when you do watercolor, but that only applies if you let it fully dry. I have learned that the hard way, and I messed up part of my picture on for the other one that I did that you've seen, the Queen of Hearts one. Yeah, I messed that and had to add the flower to cover it up.
Oh, yeah.
You would have never known had I not told you, because I am so skilled at lying. But
not sure that's a skill, babe. Well, okay, it is.
I'll have you know, I have very good grades because of my ability to pretend like I know what I'm doing and then somehow actually know.
Well, if you use like the pastel or even charcoal in your art, those kneadable erasers are great. They can help pick up some of the dust and get it off of your artwork without creating a whole bunch of smudges and stuff, because you can just press it into it. Which is something I was going to tell you, because I saw somebody do that the other day, and I thought, oh, that's perfect. I've been looking into pastel art, but it is still really messy, and I would probably want to wear a mask because of all the fine dust. I don't want to breathe that in, just like Micah's. So I'm debating it.
The goggles, though.
I like the goggles.
Yeah. Those came from, none of you have probably seen these because none of you were in the age demographic at the time. Because I am not actually an adult, despite how it seems.
Okay.
Thank you. But back in like the 2010s, they had these Tinkerbell movies.
Oh, well, we all watch Disney movies, honey.
Yeah, but Tinkerbell was really annoying in those movies. So whether or not you watch them is 50-50. But in those movies, she was like a tinker, which is how she got her name Tinkerbell. They had different types of fairies. I'm going to explain all of it for you because I have nothing else to talk about at the moment because I'm just doing line art. But in those movies, they had different types of fairies that would do like the water and the sunshine and the flowers and all that, and one of them were tinkers, and they would make things that would like improve life. They had like tiny conveyor belts for snow that they would ship off and stuff. And they would also like create pixie dust, which isn't the point, but there was one character who was also a tinker with Tinkerbell. It was one of her friends that she didn't treat very nicely ever. But he had these really cool goggles because he was basically blind without them. He needed glasses. They're tiny fairies, though. Imagine trying to get glass that small that could magnify enough to see. He used giant water drops instead, and so this is kind of like that, but it's not water.
Oh, neat. I like that. That's a cool idea. I like that thought process behind that.
Take one fairy, you lock them in a box.
So Byron said that Tinkerbell was better when she was silent.
Oh yeah.
In the animated Peter Pan.
Tinkerbell was better when she wasn't turning red because she was being awful. Like, those were inordinately frustrating movies.
And yet, we have them all, and you watched them all over and over again when you were little.
I never said I had good taste as a child. Now, there is something to be said about line thickness that you would find in anyone with greater skill online that could tell you things about, line thickness is very important for focus and where you want characters to look. Not like the characters to look, where you want the audience to look, how you want to emphasize things, and they are right. However, I don't do that, so look somewhere else.
Okay.
I don't think I was meant to do that. Oops, well, I'll figure it out. So,
Are you self-taught in your art?
yeah, mostly. I took classes for art in school, like any other good child who had an interest in art and hated other types of electives. What, you thought I was going to take home ec? No.
No, she already does that anyway.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Cooking,
yeah.
sewing, home
I
ec.
can already do all that. But I don't even think they offered that when I was there.
Oh, no, not at that time.
But-
Debbie says you're doing very well.
Thank you. I, however, have always had a very vested interest in cartoons and anime and people who drew on the internet, and so it kind of just spiraled from there.
When she was in elementary school, she was learning Mandarin, and she got into anime around that same time as well, and that's when she started drawing, and she honed in on her own style and her own skill, and she hasn't stopped. She never looked back.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't always draw like this. I've gone through several different phases. I remember there was one time in 5th grade where I would only draw Cyclopses. That may have been a different grade, actually, 4th or 3rd. But I don't know where that came from, and I don't know why it happened.
I don't know either. Go lurk, Julie. Thank you for stopping by. Take Caesar out to go potty.
Poor Caesar. He's been stabbed so many times.
Different Caesar.
How do you know?
Because it's her puppy.
Yeah, but how do you know it wasn't also him?
Oh, okay.
Thousands of years, you know, could be the same guy. Haven't seen him since he died. I don't have an explanation for what's happening on his head right now. You could pretend that there is one, but I don't think there is. He's just kind of got a mushroom up there. This little bit is meant to be the part of the ring that would like transition into the frilly bits, which is where the spores are held, but I don't remember the name.
Hi, August. How are you?
Ah, yes, Mr. Earn. He's earned that nickname. He's never getting away from it. One day he'll be sick of it, and everyone will not let it go. He could already be sick of it. Something to say. So, for like anatomy, I spent the longest time trying to figure out what the hell I was doing for faces and stuff to make them differentiate between girls and dudes. I'll show you how it's going so far too. I don't know how good that looks. Oh, thank you. So basically they got longer faces, which you wouldn't really notice for if you were just looking at them, but they do. Their mouth is actually centered right like very slightly below the chin, which I think is also true with women, but less noticeable because they have sharp jawlines. They also have more pronounced cheekbones, but that really means that you have to pay attention to where you put them more, and their brow bones are also slightly different. But like, I'm being awful at summarizing this, but their necks are thicker too.
How are you going to finish the underside of the mushroom cap?
Oh.
Are you going to put the lines in it?
Yeah.
Like a regular mushroom?
I am.
August says this is looking good.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll do that, but I have to draw the hair first, and I'm kind of wanting to take another whack at the hand.
Okay.
So, this is what drawing with ADHD is like, in case none of you knew. Whatever. That pencil has failed me. It's moving.
Do you need another one?
I have one.
Okay. There's one right here.
Yeah, I have one of the many pencils that I have mauled irreparably. It's got part of the grip missing. It's missing its little thing. It'll never forgive me if it had consciousness.
No, she's right-handed, just like I am, but for some reason the video always shows us looking like we're left-handed.
Yeah, here's an example. This writing is backwards. Behold.
Yep.
You saw nothing. I think it's because we use this part of, like, the front-facing camera.
Oh, probably, but it's just so we can see and make sure we're in frame.
Yeah.
So, it's alright.
Well, there could be several left-handed people that we wouldn't know about. They could all be doing the same thing, and everyone thinks that they're right-handed. Maybe that's why the Census Bureau is off.
Maybe, maybe not.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay. Move it along.
Why did I decide to take another crack at this? This is an awful idea. I don't know what I'm doing.
Anyone have any plans for the weekend?
Yeah, give us the deets, mate, people. Oh my god. Why do you let me onto the internet?
So maybe next time I'll be doing the art. Debbie's hubby's coming home again. Is he coming down through the pass where it was snowing before, Debbie? August wants to know if you're going to put a shark in your drawing. Told you.
Take your shark and leave. He will stay there until the end. He will eventually be gone.
Hi, JD. How are you? You got a little tiny shark there, August.
There. Shark sell. Now pay me $50,000.
Kim said, yes, where's the shark?
Now you have one.
Y'all are killing me.
How dare you?
Yes,
She's dead now.
So this is Royal River Art is my channel, and I am Michelle, and this is my daughter. She's doing the art today, and her name is Emily.
Ah, yes. I have not said that yet.
No, but some people already knew, so they said so in the chat.
Nice. I am known far and wide.
JD, what's your name? I think I knew once upon a time, but I wasn't sure if it is actually JD.
That? E.T.?
JD said it, hi to you, and you're very talented. You must get it from your mom. Haha. Thank you.
I don't know what's up with this hand. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing with it.
You'll fix it later.
I will fix it later. Let me give him more mushrooms growing around so I can pretend it didn't happen.
Okay.
So there are actually a whole bunch of types of mushrooms. They're the kind that would be looking like his hat, which is what I am basing him and his design off of, actually. This is actually based off of the little, like, I don't know what the scientific name is, but they have like a little like frill thing along the stem of the mushroom, and this is based on that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But this is actually based on a really poisonous mushroom that is called like a toadstool usually. It's Amanita muscara, I think. It's those really fun red ones that everyone always likes to draw, but you should never eat because you will probably die. But, you know, fun times for a little bit.
You want to tell everybody what you got on your SAT?
Oh yeah, I got a 1350, which is the equivalent, which is the combined score, and that is like the equivalent of a 90%, which is like an A minus, which is pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
And I got the equivalent of a 95 on my English and an 82 on my math, which I wanted to have done better, but it was mostly my fault because I didn't prepare. So any of you looking to take the SAT exam, you know, heed my warning.
Try harder. I think you did pretty darn good, girl.
But I could have done actual preparation and didn't. And then maybe I would have gotten a higher score. I had opportunity, but chose not to, so I can't feel too bad.
So that was the score you got without trying?
I tried, I just didn't study at all. I felt overly confident because it went really well last time when I didn't do it, so.
Wow. It's a great score, babe.
Thank you.
Debbie said, you done good, kid. Oh, JD said that in Pennsylvania they don't take the SATs. How come? Just curious, do you know? Here in Idaho they still do, just because it helps get scholarships and into college.
They do in most states, I think. Well, not like
he said
required.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I was looking at it, and I think in, like, you can get them in every state, and even U.S. territories like Puerto Rico.
Okay.
But I don't know if you necessarily have to. That's a good thing.
You don't have to take the SATs if you don't want to, and in a lot of places you have to pay for them.
Yeah.
Her school, because of her grades and the kinds of classes that she takes for school, she's already got some that are equivalent to college classes.
I've got one.
Okay. But they didn't charge us or anything, and they suggested that she should take it, so she got to take it for free.
Mm-hmm. They offer the PSATs and the SATs for free through the school program. I think a lot of high schools in our area do. It might be a kind of, what's the word? School district thing?
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I do like the idea that I'm just so special I get it for free, but I don't know if that's necessarily true.
We're glad that you're here with us too, Byron. We appreciate you coming and watching and participating in the chat.
I don't have any comments on what I'm doing right now. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't...
We're all chatting and watching. Show them the updated version
I
since you
will.
put the lines
I'm
on.
just, I'm erasing stuff so I can get a clearer view of what's happening. Behold.
So what is he holding in that hand?
That's meant to be like a potion, because he has all the mushrooms. I thought he would make poisons or something with them. Or maybe anti-venoms if he's like a good person. I don't know. I didn't plan for him to be a good person.
Kind of goes with the psychedelic mushrooms.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, honey.
How's it going?
She's doing the live.
Ah.
It's going good.
So the lines I'm doing, I'm doubling them up because like that's the, I'm gonna get in the way of the camera for a second. That's the way that they'd store the spores, is that they do it through the little like gaps in the, obviously there'd be many frills, but you know.
Byron says that it's definitely an Alice in Wonderland reference with the mushroom.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just on Alice in Wonderland too much recently. Having never read the book, maybe I have secretly been channeling it.
Maybe you should.
Read the book. Ew, reading, no. So eventually, the mushroom will be red, because I have deemed it so. But theoretically, if any of you were trying to recreate this, you wouldn't have to. It could be any mushroom. Not that you would, but you know.
Yeah, but it's good to realize that just because you see someone use certain colors, you don't have to do the same thing. Put your own spin on it. That's what I do.
Now I'm currently drawing tiny mushrooms in his collarbone, but these are actually a specific kind of mushroom.
What kind are they?
Morels. They could either be real morels.
Morel.
That's the
morals.
Well, the opposite. The other version of them is false morals, and I thought it was cool. It sounded more. Shut up.
Immoral.
Yeah, immoral. That's what I was thinking of. But anyway, morels and false morels. It could be either one, depending on what you want.
Right.
I'm not. I can't remember which is which, but one of them folds over and one of them is attached to the base, and that's how you tell the difference. I'm not sure which one is the dangerous one though. So
I don't know.
look it up if you ever find one, and don't eat them randomly.
Okay.
So you could choose to believe he's evil because he's got poisonous mushrooms growing off him, or not.
Well, they probably just got attached.
That too.
Because he is a spore. So he can...
That reminds me, I was gonna add spore earrings.
There you go.
They look like suit sprites, don't they?
Morels or immorals, or immortals, however you want to think about that.
Well, now I have ruined my reputation.
Oh.
Freckles for freckled boy. They are going to be regular freckles because I completely forgot about the idea to make him look like a mushroom on his face too. But these kind of look like the things that
spores.
Yeah. I guess that kind of looks like mushroom too.
Debbie likes the earrings.
Yeah. Nice. How long have we been doing?
40 minutes.
I am.
You can wrap it up if you want.
Yeah, I might wrap it up. I'm gonna finish these mushrooms over here,
Okay.
and then you'll all be deprived of my presence.
We'll call it a night. Thank you everybody for coming and watching Emily. She wanted to show you guys her drawing techniques and the picture she was working on now. Julie says he's an immoral sport. And August says you're really good at drawing.
All right, I'm done.
Cool. Awesome, guys. Remember, tonight is Friday with Friends. Here's almost a final look at what she was doing.
Take a look at his beautiful face and not the arm.
Oh. We hope you have a great night and have a wonderful weekend, and we will catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.
Go away.